Hollywood has seen its fair share of iconic on-screen romances, but few have resonated as deeply or lasted as long in public memory as the connection between Al Pacino and Diane Keaton. Their chemistry in the Godfather trilogy wasn't just acting, it was the reflection of a real and complicated love story that transcended decades. Now, in the wake of Diane Keaton's passing at 79, Al Pacino is finally breaking his silence, revealing the truth about the woman he calls the one who got away. Diane Keaton, known for her brilliance, wit, and unforgettable charm, passed away on October 11, 2025, leaving behind a legacy that defined elegance and authenticity in Hollywood. Her death stunned fans and colleagues alike. But for Pacino, it hit differently. It reopened wounds that never truly healed. The two first met in the early 1970s on the set of The Godfather, and what started as professional admiration quickly turned into something much deeper. "She was magnetic," Pacino once said. "You couldn't take your eyes off her. She had this energy, quirky, intelligent, alive." Their romance was as fiery as it was fragile. Both were at the height of their rising careers, Keaton fresh off Annie Hall, which earned her an Oscar, and Pacino after Serpico and Dog Day Afternoon. They were in many ways too similar, passionate, stubborn, and fiercely independent. Keaton was the first to admit she fell for him hard. "Al was the love of my life," she told People magazine years ago. He was complicated, charming, and infuriating, all at once. But Pacino, notorious for his aversion to marriage and lifelong bachelorhood, couldn't give Keaton what she wanted. "She wanted a commitment," he said in a recent interview, his voice breaking. "And I just wasn't ready. I thought I had time. Turns out I didn't." Their relationship ended in the early 1980s after Keaton issued an ultimatum, marriage or nothing. Pacino chose his freedom, and Keaton walked away, though neither ever truly moved on. "I was devastated," she once confessed. "He was the love that never left my heart." For decades afterward, the two remained close friends, occasionally reuniting for interviews, award shows, and private dinners. They were never far from each other's orbit, even as life took them in different directions. Now, after her death, Pacino's grief has been raw and visible. At a recent private memorial, those in attendance described him as heartbroken and reflective, speaking softly about their years together. "She was the best part of my life," he reportedly told friends. "I didn't tell her enough." Pacino has always been a man of few words when it comes to his personal life. But in a rare emotional statement following Keaton's passing, he said, "Diane wasn't just someone I loved. She was someone who shaped me. She taught me how to listen, how to laugh, how to live. I wish I'd told her how much she meant to me before it was too late." That confession has struck a chord with fans around the world. Many remember how, even in recent years, Keaton still spoke fondly of Pacino in interviews, calling him one of the great loves of my life. Despite her own success and independence, she never married, a fact many close to her believed had everything to do with her enduring affection for Pacino. "She loved him until the end," said one longtime friend. "She just never stopped." For Pacino, who at 85 continues to work and remain in the public eye, Keaton's passing has forced a reckoning. Insiders say he's been spending much of his time reflecting on the choices he made, particularly the one that cost him the woman he truly loved. "Al's had relationships, he's had children, he's had fame," a close friend revealed. "But Diane was the only person who ever really understood him. Losing her has left a hole nothing can fill." Their story is a rare one in Hollywood. Not a scandal, not a fleeting fling, but a lifelong emotional tether that neither time nor separation could break. They were two artists who spoke the same language: passion, creativity, and vulnerability. Together, they created some of cinema's most unforgettable moments, not just because of their talent, but because audiences could feel the truth between them. As Pacino faces life without her, those close to him say he's found a quiet peace in honoring her memory. "She made me a better man," he said softly. "Everything I know about love, I learned from Diane. In a world obsessed with temporary connections and fleeting fame, Al Pacino and Diane Keaton's story endures as a rare kind of Hollywood romance, one built not on perfection, but on truth, pain, and deep, enduring affection. Now, as the curtain falls on Keaton's remarkable life, Pacino's heartbreaking confession reminds us that even the greatest actors can't always rewrite their past. For Al Pacino, Diane Keaton wasn't just a co-star. She was his muse, his equal, and his unfinished story. And though she's gone, her presence will live forever, in his memories, in their films, and in the love he finally found the courage to admit.